Hi there. I received a question about explaining the technology project design document that's due. So in order to do that, I thought I would first explain what do I want by this technology project. The technology project is really an opportunity for you to explore a new technology, not something you already know. So I don't want to know new features about PowerPoint. I don't want to know new features about Word. I want you to look at a brand new technology. And like I provided examples to people, VoiceThread, Articulate, there's that Product Hunt has boatloads of them. Anyhow, I want you to learn a technology, something new, a new software, a new app. I want you to be able then to use it. So you would make something of it, something with it, with this new tool. I want you to record yourself then giving a presentation to your fellow students where I would hear your voice and be able to see the app. And then I want you to upload that to Canvas. So that's the overall intent. But in order to do that, you have to create something called a technology project design document. And I provided these. If you go to assignments, you'll see technology project design document, and it tells you exactly what I'm looking for you to do. And then it gives you some examples. So for example, if I can, I'll click on this one. I don't even know what it is, but we'll click it and we'll see which one it is. Okay, so this one was about a PT app that somebody was going to build. First, they were going to investigate it. They were going to analyze what all the inputs and outputs are, like what is the user experience going to be? How will data get into it, and how will the user see data back? And what kind of processing will happen in between? Like if I put my name into a site and it's a fortune-telling app, I put my name and my birth date. There's a process then that looks at those things and it generates a fortune, and then it sends back to me this fortune. See that whole process? I put something in, I get something out, and there's a process in between. Okay, how it's going to be designed. So it might be, how would I put my information in, and what kind of colors and what kind of graphics might I have around it. There's a planning phase, a development. What do I need to be able to do this? Maybe there's other software that I need. I don't know. Maybe I'm using an app that takes information in and then has a database on the back end to be able to put fortunes out. I don't know. That's what I would look into. And then what do I need to do? Implement it. So that's the first piece. This is the first part of the project documentation. And then the second piece is what we call a data flow diagram. And this is just an example of one where we have our inputs. So here are our inputs. It's a manual input. It goes into this particular device, and it produces an output, and then this one does a few other things. All right, and then there is the plan. This is how much I think it's going to take me to plan, to produce it, and to produce the whatever the app is, and then the application. Here's the testing of it, creating some kind of a graphic piece, and the application final testing. So you define what you're going to do, and then you show me a diagram of how input is coming in and what's coming out. All right, so that's one example of it. Another example, look at another one. Okay, so this one is a little bit more detailed. It has an introduction. This one has, an introduction about what you need to do, why this might be important, technical feasibility, input, output, user interface, database. There's no database. But then here again is the data flow start of what it has to happen here. So you can look at these. They're out there. All right? But the whole idea is that you create this app. So some examples of the app, since I want to make sure you're clear on that, is it's in this technology project presentation phase 2. And I have some examples here. So if you scroll this, by the way, you'll see, some examples. So here is an example, here's an example of mind bump. This was something one of my students did last time. And I think this one is just a PowerPoint it's a PowerPoint with sound. While we're waiting for that, because it seems to be taking a long time. This person goes through, he talks about this application, he shows this application, and he puts it all together in a PowerPoint. Okay. Goes through it, he's got screen prints, he's got something that explains what he did the entire time. So this is just another example. That's the final project. So hopefully that helps explain what it is I'm looking for and what you can do to be successful. Thanks, and I'm really looking forward to these presentations. Bye-bye.